Hello, everyone, and welcome to RHI CHAI. My name is Sharon Clausen, and I am the Annual Fund and Event Officer for the RHI Foundation. And with us today, our guest is Hobert Hurst, and he was a past patient here at RHI last year. So, Hobert, why don't you tell everyone what brought you to RHI in the first place?
I had a ischemic stroke, and I was lifeline to St. Vincent's. And after I left St. Vincent's, they shipped me to your place, RHI. And I had a lot of difficulties, and I've overcome a lot of them. And I had a lot of speech problem, and it's hard to overcome. But if you work at it, you can do it.
Well, when you talk about the speech difficulty, were you able to talk at all when you first came to RHI?
A little bit. I could talk a little bit. I stuttered my words and stuff real bad. The speech therapist, she had a lot of problems and trying to get me to talk. And she done good, but it just something that came in time, I think. I still have problems today, and it's better though. It's a lot better than it was. So,
Well, what about physically? Where did you have any difficulties?
yes, I had something happen to my feet when I had my stroke. So my feet was in real bad shape. I had big sores on them. They doctored me at your place all the time for them, and I couldn't walk real good, and because of that, and I think it may have been nerve damage or something in my feet possibly, and I had my hand didn't work and my arm was limited, you know,
So,
and now it didn't work at all. I couldn't pick up a piece of paper. Yeah, it's pretty grim when you're like that. You don't think you're going to get any better, when it first happens to you. And I think if first tries your best, you can overcome a lot. Maybe you won't be 100%, but you can live your life again if you try your hardest.
when you and I talked on the phone and we were meeting for the first time, I mean, just to give everyone an idea of where you're at right now, I was actually calling you from work, correct?
Yeah, I own a small business, so I'm back to work. I can't do everything I've done before, but at least I'm back to work and I can make a little bit of living, and support my family again. That's it's really depressing when you can't do anything. So, and I think your place set me on the path to recover, really, because I never thought about stuff like that because I never had a stroke before and never had an illness like that. And when I left your place, and I did have had home health come to my house for a while, but all that stuff, especially your place, set me on the path to recovery and motivated me to where I thought I could actually get better. Getting that start, that push start. Then the girls that were taking care of me, the therapists, they pushed you to do more and more. I remember telling the girl, she had me walking upstairs with a weighted vest on. I said, "You're going to make me have another stroke." She said, "No, I'm going to help you to prevent you from having another one." So and I remember the doctor came in my room when I was getting ready to go home from your place, RHI. And she told me, she said, if you go home and you sit on your butt and do nothing, that's all you'll be able to do. She said, you need to get up and start doing things, get your strength back and work your hand and work your arm and walk and do stuff, not just sit down and lay on your bed and lay on your couch and do nothing. she said, you eventually won't be able to do nothing if you do that. She said, it's hard work to come back from an illness. Now, I think it is, but it's the payoff is good. You can have a life again. I think that's what it is for me. You know,
What would you say to someone who right now is where you were, a year ago when you first came here?
I was depressed when I was there at your place. I didn't think I'd get any better. I thought that's was going to be my life for now on. And I just know somehow I found enough motivation to start helping myself. You can have all kinds of people tell you what to do and say you need to do this exercise or whatever. If you don't do it, it don't help you. You know, you got to find something you can do to help yourself and do it. You know, I don't think I know everybody can't walk again or whatever regular, but you can still get good enough to have some kind of a life. You know, you don't have to give up and say I'm done. You know, I think just that is the most important thing when you have an illness. You know,
Well, Hobart, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate you coming.
thank you so much for having me, and I hope I helped somebody. You know,
Oh, I'm sure I know you have. So thank you very much. And
thank
thank you to all of you who are joining us today and listening into Hobart's story. We really appreciate you coming. March is Brain Injury Awareness Month, and stroke is considered a form of brain injury. And if you have it in your heart to support some of the programs that we have here at RHI, there is a link with this post, and we would really appreciate your donation. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you next week.